What the fuck? What the fuck? I just loaded in and there's a car under me. This is not my fault. I was parked on the side here and it was perfectly fine until I loaded in. Okay. Right. So let's pretend that didn't happen. Hello and welcome to American Truck Simulator. Let's not question that. How are you doing? I'm doing good. It's the morning. This is weird for me. I'm still trying to get used to this idea that I'm recording in the mornings, because I've started doing this new sleep schedule where I try to, well, I don't really go to bed early so much as I go to bed not quite as insanely late as I have in the past, which I used to sometimes go to bed at I'm looking out for cops, by the way, because I was speeding slightly, but oops, let's just not, okay, there you go. Let's keep it like that for now. I don't remember where I'm going or what I'm delivering. Fortunately, I have buttons for that. Nope, that's the wrong button. I'm hauling dynamite to Coastline Mining in Santa Cruz. Okay. And how long have I been doing this job? Was I doing this job during the last thing, or was I doing it during the podcast? I don't remember. It's starting to rain. Finally, I have an excuse to actually use my windshield wipers. Oh, why is my truck... My truck wasn't driving. I thought I had cruise control set, but apparently not. Wow, it's really coming down. Talk about like it just started raining out of nowhere and it's already freaking insane. And I know I have a lot of people criticizing my driving, but fuck you. Yeah, no, I just think it's funny because it's like sometimes I try to drive a little more seriously, sometimes not so much, and it's just funny because it's like, oh my god, never get a driver's license. Also, what? Oh yeah, that was an adopt the highway sign, and it was there's nothing on that. Do other states have that? How many states have that? Like, adopt the highway thing. It's like a certain organization or whatever pays a certain amount of money to have their name on there, and then essentially that money goes to Caltrans, well, or whatever. I guess if they have it in other states, it would be whatever's in charge of keeping highways clean and clear, clean and not clean and clear. What's the word I'm looking for? The like upkeep, you know, keeping that when they need to be upgraded or replaced or whatever, that kind of stuff. And wow, we only got on the highway for a short amount of time and now we're already getting off again. But yeah, in any case, what I was gonna say is so I'm on this new schedule where I go to bed at, oh dear, 11:40, and then I wake up at 6:40, and then I record a YouTube video in the morning. That's what I'm doing right now. And then I will, whatchamacallit, then I normally would go to the gym, and then come home, take a shower, eat breakfast, head to school, do my homework, go to class, and then, you know, go about the rest of my day from there. I'm just going to pull out in front of this person, because screw them. And this morning's a little bit different, because I don't have my bike with me, so I couldn't really go to the gym. I wouldn't have enough time, because I'd have to somehow walk to the gym in the time it takes me to ride my bike there, which I can't do, and then I'd have to make it back again in the same amount of time, and it just wouldn't work out this morning. So that's unfortunate. But as for why I don't have my bike, I left it at my friend's house. I left it at Lamelli's house last night because we went to Steven's house to play D&D, and I ended up getting a ride there and then a ride home at what, 10:10, something like that, you know, fairly late in the evening. And then I went to bed slightly later than I should have, which is unfortunate, but overall it was alright. It was fairly good. We played D&D. That was very fun. We've started this campaign, what, 3 weeks back, 4 weeks maybe now. I play as a druidic half-elf who is constantly a little bit drunk, so my character is kind of just I don't know what's going on, and he's neutral good, and kind of just wandered around and by his lonesome and got caught up with this other group, because the rest of the group is a bunch of thieves, essentially. They're a bunch of thieves and swindlers, and they essentially tried to get a whole bunch of people to give them money for different things, or steal money or whatnot, and they ended up getting caught. So so my character got introduced to the rest of them as a bear, a literal bear. Essentially, I was really drunk one night, turned into a bear, and then passed out. And someone came by and decided to put me into a circus because, you know, it's a bear. So I wake up in this cage going, what the fuck? I have this massive hangover. I forget I can transform, so I'm just sitting there in the cage being like, "Rawr, rawr, I don't know what's going on." And then shit goes down, and we all get caught or whatever, and they think I'm part of it, and so then I'm stuck with the rest of them, and then they give us the whole, you can do this mission for us or rot in jail forever. And at first our characters just decided to rot in jail, but of course that would have ended the campaign right there, so of course we actually, you know, chose the other option. So yeah, I've just been stuck with this band of thieves as we wander about and get into stupid kinds of trouble, like, not last night, but the last session we had before that, they all got caught by the one guy who's with us who's like good, who's an NPC, who basically is in charge of making sure we do what we're supposed to. He caught all of them trying to swindle and steal from various folks, and so they all got like a stern talking to. And then I ended up getting on his bad side too, because I ended up almost flooding a tavern. Long story short, one of them asked me to help him wash off cursed ash that he got thrown all over himself, and he just, you know, yeah. So that was a bad thing. And yes, I'm driving all over the road. I don't care. I'm also speeding now. I didn't mean to be, but the speed limit changed on me. It's like so not fair when that happens. All right. See, look at this. Look at this. I can drive properly. I only went over the curb a little bit. Oh, and for a moment I was going to turn in there. But I'm going to a mining place. This isn't... I'm pretty sure this isn't one of those where it has the weird little metal things that fuck up when you try to go on them. Also, I need to turn off my windshield wipers. Okay, there we go. Is this going to be like the quarry where you can actually look down into the quarry? Or is this... No, it looks like this mining site's a bit different. Alright. So sometimes when I go to these mining sites, I really fuck up with how to get there. Okay, last time I went that way, so I'm gonna go this way this time. Oh dear. Hey, it says this way. I didn't even see that last time. Oh god, we do have one of those metal things. Fortunately, I ended up going across it just fine. Alright. Oh good, there's where I need to park. So, oops. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, apparently that was good enough. Okay, good enough for me if it's good enough for you. It's funny because I watch this other channel, Bay Area Bugs, where he plays this, and he always... Damage penalty? Oh yeah, because I spawned on top of a fucking car. That is... it's not my fault. It's not my fault the game loaded me in on top of a car. Man, that sucks. But yeah. I always just go with whatever it says is good enough, and I just think it's kind of funny because I watch a YouTuber who always is very careful about like getting the whatchamacallit, like getting it right. I think I can just drive around up this way and be fine, especially because I don't have a trailer on right now. Last time I had to drive around this way with the trailer on, that ended up being rather difficult. Yeah, that said, this supposedly easier time, I'm still kind of managing to find ways to fuck up. Alright, let's just go forward just a little bit. And now let's turn as far as it'll go. Oops. Yeah, let's pretend that didn't happen. I don't think that happened. Currently, you have no delivery job. Next rest stop in 7 hours. Oh dear. Oh dear. This thing does not turn on a dime, even with no trailer on it. Damage 0%. Alright, sounds good. So we're going to go and pick up... What are we going to pick up? I don't even remember. I think it was oil. It was oil or fuel, something like that. But in any case, yeah, so D&D, leaving my bike somewhere, trying this new thing. This is only the second day that I've done that, like, new schedule. And the first day was like a full, like, normal day. The second day I don't have my bike, so I can't go to the gym. But seems to be working so far. Of course, only time will tell. Oop, that's... not the best turn, primarily because I didn't want that car behind me to run into me, and I was afraid he would, so I was trying to be very careful about that. And of course, the moment I try to get up to 55, the speed limit changes to 30. Of course. Cop, I am not speeding. I'm not speeding. I might be 1 over the limit, but that is not speeding. I had one of them give me a speeding ticket when I was 1 over the limit. That was so stupid. Well, in any case, yeah. So that's kind of what's up with me in general. There's also like some programming stuff. Popbox, which is a GUI library I've been working on. That's been going fairly well. I've pretty much, like, I've mostly got mouse handling sorted. I haven't entirely, but like basically right now what I'm working on is, you know how like on Windows or whatever, if you click a window and it's like partially behind another window, it comes to the front, you know, it focuses on it. I want to add that to my GUI library, so, you know, it makes more sense, because it doesn't make sense to click something behind something else and not be able to have it, you know, come up in front of you. Also, how come the other trucks never get speeding tickets? Like, I'll get a speeding ticket, but the guy in front of me won't, even though he's speeding, and that's why I was speeding. Alright. Yes. Sorry, I went silent there a little bit. But yeah, not much to talk about, but the mouse handling is nearly done. I've been trying to come up with some ideas. I need to go back to the forums where I was asking people for ideas and reread what they said and think about it and think about redesigning things or redoing it from the ground up, although I doubt I'll redo it from the ground up at this point. I might make a different GUI library. I need to stop tailgating this guy. I might decide to do something a little bit different down the line, but yeah, okay, green. I might decide I need to do something a little bit different down the line, but if I do, that'll be for another library, not this one. I'll just kind of, you know, do something else. I need to turn into this lane next to me. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. See, I can drive somewhat reasonably sometimes, if I feel like it. Yeah. Let's see. Then there's this other program I have that I started working on, but I'm not working on it in terms of code so much as I'm trying to focus on the ideas and what I want to get done before I go any further, because I want to get it done right, and it's something that I've tried to do many times before and have never quite gotten right, and I thought I was picking up oil. I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention at the map, because this is definitely not going to be oil. This is going to be a Walbert truck. Oh, come on. How did I stop short like that? That was so bad. Alright, let's take that. Oh, we're going to go down to San Diego again. Alright. So, where is our truck? It's somewhere over here. It's that one. Or trailer, rather. Not truck. Okay, and stop. And turn. And stop. And turn. And back up. Close enough. That was fairly close. Okay. Let's not hit the other trailer on our way out. Let's not hit the random dude on our way out. Alright. Doing good. Don't mind the stop sign. Oh good, I didn't even hit the stop sign. See, I'm good. Got off the curb before we get into the grass. Yeah, see? I'm even using turn signals. One of these days I'll learn to drive better. One of these days. California stop. Rolling on a red. Rolling right on a red. Yeah. So otherwise, I think that's pretty much everything I have to say, other than one last bit, which is Patreon. Like, I have a Patreon. I don't mention it enough. It previously wasn't really well put together. It's still a bit of a work in progress, like not 100% put together. But basically, I've been working on making it so that it's more clear why I have it, what it's intended to be used for, and like better like laying out of like rewards or whatever, like potential rewards. Essentially what it is that like I have server costs, like a certain amount of server costs every month that I'm always really scared that I won't be able to afford. And so basically that's like what my goals are, is just to kind of cover those server costs, and then anything above that will go to, you know, either me being able to afford new equipment, or like just food or utilities, you know, like basic stuff. And basically it's just gonna help me out because I'm really poor, and that sucks. And like basically everything I have, like I have good stuff, but everything I have that's good stuff is years and years old. That's why I have it, because I was in a much better financial situation years back than I am now, unfortunately, which sucks, but that's not my fault. That red is not my fault. I just want to point that out. Not my fault. And so I started working on like revamping the Patreon and like relaunching it and like being like, look, this is better, because what I did last time when I started it was not so good. And I also kind of realized that like I was trying to like keep it as like a constant feed of stuff I do, but the problem with that was that I ended up just making it a thing where I would post videos, like, and I already have YouTube for that. Like I don't need to be posting my videos again on there. And like also YouTube does like automatic publish to Twitter and Google Plus, and that's good enough for me, because you know I don't really care that much beyond that. Like if you're a subscriber, you're already a subscriber, so whatever. I want to instead have Patreon, like the Patreon feed, actually more realistically be a feed of things I'm doing, and also like the best videos. So like there'll be a couple Patreon exclusive videos, but they're basically like outtakes or like little extras, like stuff that's not really that great, but it's just kind of like, hey, if you want it, it's there, you know, because I don't really want to take away from my main audience by having extras for Patreon, you know. So that's kind of my rationale there. So it's kind of like extra stuff that I normally wouldn't publish. I just kind of keep it aside and be like, well, you know, it's there if you want to take a look at it, if you want to pay like $1 a month. So, you know, $1 a month, it's not that much, you know. I think you could probably, I feel like I'm trying to scam you or something the way I'm saying this, like, oh, it's just $1, you can afford to throw away $1. No, but you know, so that's a thing. What else was I gonna say about that? I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I just post as far as like the public feed, it would be all the updates on things I'm doing and the best videos, and then the like all the programming stuff pretty much. And then the like Patreon exclusive stuff is pretty much just going to be occasional little videos. Like I want to kind of do it like once a week, like make sure I have something a little bit extra once a week. So even if I don't have something that I would cut out, I want to kind of have something that I do once a week, and you know, just as a little bonus. And then also in the Patreon, like bonus stuff would be like things like, oh yeah, you know, looking at early access to games or whatever, stuff like that. I'm not really 100% sure on all that. It's still a work in progress, as always. Alright, turning a bit too sharp, and then immediately turning this way. A bit too sharp again, but these entrances fortunately have plenty of shoulder. And unfortunately for me though, I think what I'm gonna do is pull over to the stop here, pull over to the side here, and stop for today. So thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in space. There we go. I was gonna say, how do I turn off the engine?